We will be showing you how to take a digital field trip to the Waterlands using Digital Frog. First, click here to begin.
In this screen, it shows you all the different types of things you can do. You can take a field trip to the bog. You can go to wetland types, visit our endangered wetlands, do mechanisms of a wetland, and you can also study the bog. What we'll be visiting is the field trip to the bog. First, click on the puzzle piece. Hit yes.
A map appears on the screen asking students to click on North America. So you click North America, and then Canada, and then the province of Ontario, and then the little green park over here, which is where the bog is located. Here's a little description telling you more about the lake and the bog. So you click on the picture, and then you're at the field trip.
This screen shows post 1 of the bog. You can go around and look around the bog and see what the environment is like. It also gives you a little description about the bog. So now we are going to find post 2 and go to post 2. You click on the little red flag. Post 2 asks you to find 3 different things along with a description. So you move around like I showed you before. You put your arrow on the picture and you just drag. Right now we found a dragonfly, so I'm going to click on the dragonfly and it brings me to this screen. It gives you a little description when you click on the picture. An introduction gives you the habitat, behavior, life cycle, food source, and range. It also gives you different pictures of the adult and this picture too, along with a map. You can also watch a video.
Some species of dragonfly drop an egg on.
All you have to do to watch the video is hit egg laying and it will show you. So now we're going to go back, and to go back you put your mouse on the top left hand corner and you see a little black arrow. You click and then it says do you wish to go back? You hit go back. So now we're at post 2. We're going to go and find post 3. Click on the red flag again and it brings you to the lake. It also asks you to do the same thing in post 2 to find certain items. It also gives you a description of that item. Here's the wooden duck. You click on it, it gives you the introduction and the same exact things as it did before. We cannot go to any of the other posts because we only have the demo version, and the demo version does not allow us to go past point 3. Since we cannot go on any farther, we will be going back to the main menu. To go back to the main menu, you hit the green arrow, click menu, and go to main menu. This brings us back to the puzzle pieces and the different activities we can do.
Next, we are going to look at the study of a bog. So you click on that puzzle piece, and it shows you a picture, and there are 3 more puzzle pieces that examine the processes and issues involved in wetland formation in day-to-day life, studying a specific bog. So first we'll look at the bog food web. So here's the food web part of study of the bog. If you add the full version, you could see many more things such as the food chains, food web energy, consumers, decomposers, and even the food web game. For now we will just look at the producers section. Here it shows the producers, and you can go over the picture and see what the different parts of the picture are. You can click on the different arrows and they'll take you to different places, but for now we'll explore photosynthesis. Here it shows you the science of photosynthesis. You can click on each blue text and it will tell you a little bit more about photosynthesis. you can click play and it will show you a demo. And that demo would continue on and tell you more. And you can, if you had the full version, you'd be able to click on these as well and it would tell you more detailed information. So now we're going to go back, main menu, and we will look at another part.
The next aspect that we will be looking at is the wetlands type. Click on that puzzle piece. If we had the full version, we would be able to go into all these different types of wetlands, but since we don't have the full version, we can only do the peatlands. So click on the picture. Here it gives you a brief description about what the peatlands is. If you go over each part of the peatland, you will see the naming of them. So it gives you two pictures, and we can only visit the bog. We cannot visit the fen. So click on the picture of the bog. Here it gives you a brief description of what a bog is. Now, you could also see why do evergreens grow in the bog and what is the difference between a bog and a fen, but since we do not have the full version again, we can only see why bogs are acidic. So please click on the little box. Here the screen shows why bogs are acidic. It gives you a brief description. You can also play a little audio that will help the student. All you have to do to play it is hit the little play button, and to stop it just hit pause and it will stop. So now we're just going to go back and it brings you back.
We will now look at the mechanisms of a wetland. In the mechanisms of a wetland part of the program, it tells you about the wetland as an ecosystem. So the different things you could look at with the full version are nutrient cycles, groundwater, productivity, erosion, and flooding, which we can look at right now. So here it tells you a little bit about what the wetlands and flooding, and there are two different pictures showing flood rivers. So if you put your cursor over the pictures, it tells you what you're over. So like right now I'm over grass, fast moving water, soil, wetland with slow moving water. So if you click on the flood rivers button, it shows you an animation of what would happen if these areas flooded. So now we're going to go back to the main menu in the same way we have been doing, and that is mechanisms of a wetland.
The last part of this program that we are able to explore is our endangered wetlands. Click on the puzzle piece again. Here it describes why our endangered wetlands are endangered. It gives you a little explanation. We can also visit, if we have the full version, migration, conservation, and pollution, but right now we can only visit habitat. So click on the puzzle piece. Here it shows the habitat of the wetlands. It shows what type of animals live in the wetland. You have the bald eagle, the dragonfly, the heron, the wooden duck, the beaver lodge, which you can see on the other side is where he lives, and the moose. If you click on each one, it gives you a brief description. If the child would like to have it read out loud to him, all they have to click is say it, and the words will be read.
We moose find a lot
This
of
you
our
can
food
do with
in
each of the
wetlands.
animals.
During
They each
the
have a
spring,
different
summer,
explanation and also different voices that you can listen to. So now we're just going to go back, because this is all we can visit in the wetland habitat. So we're just going to go back, menu, main menu, and here we are at the main screen. This concludes our digital field trip to the wetlands.
When you hit quit on our demo version, it shows you a few of the screens you would be able to see if you had the full version. So, bog food web game, and the timber wolf, and a marsh.
I hope you enjoyed the trip.